What's up, everybody? It's your boy TJT, aka Totally Justified Thinking, bringing you a car review this morning of this here 1999 Lexus LS400. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get to it. And I'm gonna start up the engine for you and show you all of the dopest features that this car has to offer. Here we go. Go ahead and just start it up right here. The automatic key, open the door up. Nice tinted windows on this one. Clean interior. Let's go ahead and fire it up. Key goes right into the little slot right here. Steering wheel comes down to meet you. Gauges are all good. And go ahead and start it up. Starts right up every time. Incredibly reliable car. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and show you everyone's favorite part of the car. That is the engine, also the most important part of the car. So let me go ahead and start it up again. Starts right up like a charm every single time. No hesitation in the starter, nothing whatsoever. Let's go ahead and down here, if I can find it. Go ahead and pop the engine. And let's go take a look at that. For this particular car, Lexus used their signature V8 at the time. Every LS400 ever made has a V8 engine. These are some of the most reliable engines ever made in the history of luxury cars. This engine is so good actually that it's been certified to be used in airplanes. I read that in one article about this car, that this engine was actually like certified to be put into an airplane, which is like how much trust they have in it. It's a 4.0 liter V8, good for about 300 horsepower, and at full acceleration it can get this 4,000 pound car to 60 miles an hour in about 6 seconds, which is pretty impressive for any car of this era, especially a car that weighed this much and that is this heavy and has this much to it. For this thing to be able to accelerate from 0 to 60 in under 7 seconds is actually pretty exceptional. The Lexus LS400 was originally built by Toyota in the late 80s and early 90s to compete directly with the BMW 7 Series and the Mercedes S-Class. Originally, the market for full-size luxury cars was completely dominated by the German powerhouses, as in Mercedes and BMW. The 7 Series and the S-Class were just selling everywhere, and Toyota wanted a piece of that luxury market. So those engineers at Toyota, they came out with the LS400, and this was the car that they chose to compete against all of them. And it actually won, believe it or not. This would go on to become the best-selling luxury car of the late 80s and early 90s, thus beating out Mercedes and BMW. They were able to achieve this through incredible build quality and an attention to detail, mostly reliability. These cars are known for their incredible reliability. If you maintain them, they will really last forever. This specific example here we have today has 163,000 miles on it as we speak, but that's literally just the tip of the iceberg for cars like this. Even like the original transmissions in these cars can last like up to 300,000 miles with proper maintenance, of course. And as you can see, like you wouldn't even know that this car has 163,000 miles on it right now, as it basically appears to be brand new. The Lexus has a lot of unique features on the outside as well as the inside. Now let's go ahead and take you to where everybody wants to be, which is in the driver's seat, and I'll go ahead and show you some of the most unique features about this car and why this car is so special for a 1999. Without further ado, let's go ahead and head inside. The interior is incredibly spacious. I have the seat, in the driver's seat, scooted back as far as it'll go right now. As you can see, there is just an incredible amount of leg room for the driver. I myself am 6'3", and this car has more than enough room for me. Let's go ahead and get on in. The doors close super solid, like almost like a freaking bank vault, how solid this car is. Let me go ahead and turn on the battery. All of the gauges are electronic, which is actually pretty impressive for a car of this era to have electronic gauges. Go around here. You got your automatic window control. All the windows roll down. Perfectly working. You got your automatic seat memory, which I use, L1 and L2. L1 I have set for me, which is all the way back as far as it'll go. Interior on this car is spotless. You've got your center console. Plenty of storage here in the center. Not something that a lot of cars in the 90s were up on, centered storage. This car has it. Here, I'll go ahead and show you the climate system. You've got full front defrost, rear defrost control, auto, that's your AC. You go ahead and turn the temperature up here. You have independent control or dual control of it. You can turn up this one, which controls both sides. This side is just controlling the passenger vent. That's a pretty unique feature for 1999 that this car has. Go ahead and shut that off. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and show you my personal favorite part of the car, which is the CD player. Even with the stock sound system in the Lexus LS400, you're still getting an incredible musical listening experience in your drive. We got some Biggie Smalls in here right now. I'll give you a little taste. Hey. As you can tell, it gets really, really loud, really, really quick. That is like a bomb system. Hopefully YouTube doesn't kill me for the short Biggie Smalls shout out. Also, another unique feature about the Lexus and the CD player itself is that the CD player is in here. Right here you've got your glove compartment. Got my registration and all that in there. And then right above that you have your CD player. Right there in the dashboard right above the glove compartment. Push this right here. And your CD player comes out to meet you. Most cars of this era, the CD player is in the trunk, making it much harder to access because you have to go all the way to the trunk of the car just to get to your CD player. This one, nah, Lexus, they decided, we'll just put it right there for you. Nice, convenient feature. Now I'm going to go ahead and hop into this car's main attraction, which is the back seat. The back seat on this car is simply huge, and honestly, it's really hard to find any car, any four-door sedan that can give you as much back seat room as this car has to offer. As I climb into the back seat, the seat in front of me isn't even pushed all the way forward, and I stand at 6'3", yet I have all of the leg room I could possibly need. And I could sit back here for hours on a road trip. Will it focus? Focus. There we go. You can see the front. I mean, just look at all that leg room. I have the front seat moved back as far as it'll go, yet you could fit a tall person right behind it. We could be comfortable back here from all the way to LA from Portland. Nice storage in the seats. Complimentary ashtrays right in the door handle. Standard Lexus feature. You got up top, you got your little thing to hold on. Push this button right here and this little hook actually comes down. I didn't really know this was there until recently. This is actually for your coat, for your suit coat or lawn, whatever. If you wanted to hang something right here, you could. Go ahead and pull down the center console. Nice armrest there. And yeah, that about does it for the back seat of the Lexus. Okay, so here I am in the back seat of the LS400. Now let's talk numbers, let's talk stats, and let's talk practicality, and let's talk purpose. When this car came out brand new in 1999, it went for about 60,000 bucks. If you want to adjust for inflation in today's market, 60,000 bucks in today's market would be about 80,000 to 90,000 bucks. So when this car came out brand new, it was like top of the line, top notch luxury, like the best like luxury that money could buy. If you could afford this car in 1999, you had a lot of capital, you knew what you were doing, you were kind of a bigwig. And if you bought this car brand new in 1999, you probably bought it to be sitting where I am sitting right now, which is in the back seat, and have your car driven by a chauffeur, which is what a lot of, you know, like big businessmen would do. Businessmen don't have time to drive themselves around. But yeah, definitely, this was like a purpose of this car when it was brand new. So you want to fast forward 17 years, here we are in 2016. This car has a completely different purpose now. Now it's used as my daily driver. I've had the car for about a year and a half or so. I'm extremely lucky to be able to own it, and I never thought that I'd be able to own a car like this at like the ripe age of 20 years old. And the only reason I was able to own this car is because of the depreciation hit that this car has taken over the years. $60,000 brand new, and I bought it for a fraction of that with 163,000 miles on it, which is still just a small fraction of what this car is capable of. Which brings me to my final conclusion, is that this is probably the best car for the money. This is probably the best car you can get for the money. I'll go ahead and I paid about $5,000 for this car about a year ago. Now for $5,000, everything you get in this car is just incredible. For $5,000 to think that you get the biggest back seat that you can find in a sedan, you get Lexus premium sound system, you get a 4.0 liter V8 with 300 horsepower, like all of these different things. It's so hard to get all of that in a $5,000 car. Like normally for $5,000 you're talking about like 6-cylinder engine, 4-cylinder engine, not much power, small back seat that your friends can't sit in the back seat because it's too small, you know, unreliable, high mileage problems, all of the things that accompany, you know, a cheap car with a lot of miles on it. But this Lexus, you know, it kind of just defeats all of that, because even with high mileage, old car, all of those factors like considered, this car is still just in exceptional condition. It's practically brand new. So yeah, my final conclusion that I'd like to make on this car is that this is probably the best car that you can get for the money. If you're a college student looking to buy your first car ever, or you're an adult looking just for like a reliable daily commuter, just like a car to get from point A to point B, like you cannot get any better than this LS400 for $5,000. You got luxury, you got horsepower, you got reliability, you got it all. I mean, BMW 5 Series, not going to give you the reliability. Mercedes E-Class, it's not going to give you this much space in the back seat. So for $5,000, I say the LS400 is about the best that you can do. Alright, that brings the conclusion of this car review to an end. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, leave a comment. If you didn't enjoy it, leave a comment anyway. If you think I'm stupid and this is just a waste of time, like, I'd like to hear it. Any feedback helps. I'm going to keep making these videos. Going to keep putting them out. I'm going to keep getting more content on a daily basis. I'm TJT, Totally Justified Thinking, and you tuned into my channel. Have a good one.